Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian.
I'm Brian.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Joey.
This is episode 200, the big 200, Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. If you're new here, this is a podcast where we talk about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, bike camping, 200 episode history.
We have made it so much we are live in our GTD lounge at our own brewery with hundreds of people sitting over there.
I actually have a 200th episode lecture prepared for this evening that we're going to go through.
Excellent.
Or we're just playing bikes. How you guys doing tonight? Everybody well?
No.
I'm well. Joey's not.
Well, he works in retail. It's tough. You stay sick when you work in, but you're a teacher. You should, but you've got good.
The black lung pop.
I don't know. Maybe he's just weak. I don't know.
Ever since I started dating Jess, I get her germs, but she's so immune to them.
Oh, you built up the tolerance.
And then I gained it, and then I lost a little bit. Now
You do have to have a lot of tolerance being married to Joey. So
yes,
give you kudos for that.
Yeah, I got a little sick.
That's okay.
I'm like a 7 out of 10 right now.
You look good.
I got to like a 3 or a 2 Sunday morning.
Yeah.
For the ride, I went to bed knowing I wasn't going to feel good.
Going to mix things up a little bit tonight. Cutaway USA offers premium cycling apparel born where, Jess?
The Blue Ridge Mountains.
Cutaway is an industry leader using innovative fabrics combined with clean, bold design. Make sure to visit their website, cutawayusa.com, and use the discount code GTD20 to take 20% off of your entire order. Salt Stick helps athletes maintain performance by replacing a full spectrum of electrolytes lost through sweat in a form and quantity your body can absorb. Right alongside JoJé Bars brings together the right balance of whole food ingredients for sustainable energy, including optimal levels of healthy fats and carbohydrates and nut-based proteins on either the Salt Stick website or the JoJé website. When you reach checkout, use the code LOVEYOUBUY, take 20% off all your items. I'll have all of those links in the show notes.
Stay salty.
We're all coughing. What are you drinking?
No,
tonight?
I'm not coughing.
No, you're not. What are you drinking, Joey?
I got some Old Forester with a little bit of bitters and 2 cherries, so it's like a really kind of old fashioned, but
It's kind of, that sounds more like a medicinal thing for the.
it's this mixed with Benadryl tonight's gonna make me sleep. Kidding you not. I had alcohol Saturday night, not knowing I was gonna be sick, but then by the time I got home, I'm like, I text you, I was like, I'm not doing too well, and then I took Benadryl. Best night of sleep I had.
Yeah?
No. Sunday night. I don't know.
Well,
Benadryl will knock you out.
For the next hour, we can listen to Joey's sleep patterns if you wanted to.
Not going to do it. We haven't had an actual, beer crack of the week in a very long time. We need to, at some point, I'll crack a beer. And
I drink beer all the time.
Yeah, I know, but I mean an actual crack of the week.
I'm in training now, so I just stick to the liquor.
Yeah. We got some voicemails from
Someone donated like $2,000 too for our 200th episode.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Belschnickel.
Yeah, Belschnickel.
We don't know who this person is.
Oh, we do.
No.
The Belschnickel.
The Belschnickel is nice.
We were admirable this
I
year.
don't want to talk about all
Maybe
this.
she was impish.
Were you impish? So voicemails, we did put out the call and actually ask people to go over to the website, click on the SpeakPipe link and leave us a message. And a few people have done that. I want to play a few of them.
Hello, this is Will from the Canton Cycling Club. Congratulations on your 200th
I
episode.
love this kid.
And I wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is Will.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks, Will.
He's so sweet.
What a-
God,
what
my
a-
heart is like the Grinch when it gets 2 sizes too large.
That
Like
actually happens with her.
that's what actually happens in me. Like I get too I start tearing up.
Well, I think Eric and Angie were talking about coming to Croatan, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
So maybe Will.
We're going to have I just saw Alex signed up.
Oh, really?
We got to start making a list. Like we're going to take half the speedway.
We need to make sure that we save like camping spots.
I know we're all going to have our own vehicles
Okay.
for sleeping.
Another voicemail.
And another.
Hey, Jess, Brian, and Joey. This is Travis, your friend at Grusk.
Was I last?
Just wanted to wish you a happy 200th episode and say happy holidays from all of us at Mountain Rides and extended family at Grusk. We sure are proud of you and enjoy listening to your podcast and can't wait to hear what you have in store for the next 200 episodes. See you soon.
God,
Love you. Bye.
Can you imagine another 200 with me?
We're going to get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
What else have I got
We're
to
already
do? What
4
else have
years
you
in.
got to do?
I got nothing else
Plenty
to do.
to do. I'm very sorry. I love all of you very much, but I have plenty to do.
Mr. Travis sent us a very nice goodie box.
Oh, yes. That's right. You sent me the picture of the label that came in.
Yes.
Yes,
Nice.
I got a sweatshirt, and you guys got long sleeve T-shirts.
Oh, nice.
Long
I'm wearing
sleeve,
mine right now.
Yeah,
Nice.
First day.
Nice.
it looks nice.
Travis, I still have a care package to come your way, too.
It's
So-
gotten returned. He does not like you.
He knows that.
It's just West Virginia.
I tried to confirm the address. It was like somewhere I think the address was like other side of Hill or other side of Holler or something like that.
They don't have internet there, so I don't really know what they're doing down there. All I know is when I went to Krusk, I kept looking at the same one post on my Instagram because it wouldn't scroll through. I just kept checking. Like, I wonder if this is going to work yet. Like,
I remember peeking over your shoulder going, yeah, Jess, that's the same picture.
Yeah.
Same one. I got one more here.
Joey, Brian, and Jess, this is Ron Walsh from
First.
Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I just wanted to say happy 200th. You guys are an inspiration to me each and every week as I listen to your podcast. You bring good content to the gravel community, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
he has a nice
We'll
voice.
see Ron in 3 months.
I know. I'm sitting going, Ron should actually take one of our
God,
seats.
he is a very nice voice.
You can have mine.
Ron's a great guy, though. He just sent me a picture. He was up at Hush Money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Went
cool.
up there and hooked up with Nate and got to hang out with them a little bit. So that's cool. Thank you, everybody, for sending voicemails. You can still do that. Feel free to go to the website.
Talking to our peace pipe.
Yep, and to our hash pipe, and we will get that message. And you see how clear it is.
It was very
It was
clear.
great. It was
Great, wasn't it?
beautiful. Yeah.
Perfect. I really like that.
I'll just send one to my friend Kelly and Cynthia because I both talked to both of them today.
We need to get them lined up to come back on the program.
Well, Kelly's busy.
Kelly's always busy, though.
Yeah.
She's a very busy lady.
Yeah. And Cynthia's probably busy too.
Cynthia's
Probably riding across some country right now.
Yes.
eating at grocery stores and
Yeah.
little bodegas that she finds in the Andes Mountains and all those
Yeah.
places. She's a rock star. There's no doubt about it.
They are both rock stars.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't mean to slight one or the other. They are both
All good. All good.
fantastic riders and, more importantly, fantastic people.
My
So
besties.
good people. So
But little did we know, Nate was actually really good best friends with her.
oh really?
Yeah.
I
The
didn't-
guy, the not Nate, the Gratz Graham guy.
Oh yeah, Gordon.
Oh,
Gordon.
Grant.
Gordon.
Grant.
That's what I meant.
I
yes.
think they all know each
Grant.
other down there. There's only
Oh,
like
yeah. Grant and Cynthia ride all the time.
there's only like 25 people in that general area of the country, right? Like
Oh, Grant's in
25,
Richmond, so there's at least double that.
Yeah.
But where Cynthia's at, there's like 4.
What a beautiful part of the country, though. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Have we talked
My
about the
sister
little?
went to school down there where she lives.
Have we talked about the little book that they put out from down there?
No.
On the podcast. I mean,
That is a little
little
piece of
nugget.
heaven.
That just came out of the blue. It's like just suddenly showed up magically.
Came out of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
If you don't know what we're talking about, what is the it's Gravel Adventure Field Guide, right?
Yes.
It's a gravel adventure field guide for the Blue Ridge Mountains. And you can go into this little book. If you're familiar with field notebooks that you stick in your pocket, little pocket notebooks that you stick in your pocket. Yeah, Joey's going to pull his out. I'm going to pull mine out. Yes, we all carry. Jess, where's yours?
Okay, definitely on my phone because I live in the 21st century.
I retain notes a lot better now that I take them because you guys all said I'm horrible.
That is good. That's what I do.
It's like you're not horrible. You're just horrible at remembering things.
Well, anyway, so if you're familiar with the little field notes notebooks that you stick in your pocket, it's the same format. It looks just like one. It's full of maps and routes and QR codes and information about the area, the flora and the fauna and the weather. It's really actually
Everything.
pretty doggone cool.
Every route is laid out nice, a nice description, ride with GPS QR codes, like
cool color. Cool
it's
color.
figured out. Mr. Gordon Wadsworth was a big
I think-
influence on that.
Carrie Warner put some stuff in there too.
Carrie, his wife.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't, I think they're at. You can get them at bike shops. They've got them all over the place.
Yeah, they've been driving around, just dropping them off.
Dropping them off. And you still got any at Pack?
I got a handful left, but I've had people.
Yeah, coming in looking for
We've
them.
had we've had a lot of foot traffic, so yeah,
Yeah, they're probably driving a lot of foot traffic to bike shops right now. Foot traffic to bike shops.
billions.
And billions. It's
Billions.
huge. I'm telling you, it's huge. It's a neat little book. So if you have not seen it,
It's the kind of book you would pay like. I'd be okay paying like $20-$30 for and give it to someone as a gift, but they're free.
I don't think I would pay 20 or 30
I
bucks.
would.
I would pay 8 or 10. I would pay $8.69 for that is what I would do. That's the exact number that I would. Anything over, I send it back.
Well, now you're discrediting them.
No.
Yeah,
No, that's a good value.
$10.
They're free. They're free.
$3.99, but it'd be a nice little gift. Like I might gift it to someone and be like, I paid $1 billion for this.
You could put, you know what you do is put a price tag. You can make price tags.
Yeah.
Put a price tag on the back of it and start giving it to people and be like,
Oh,
yeah, this
yeah.
is just for you. Just for you. And you can put like the price on it. Could be just a little lovin'. That would be the the price.
Yeah.
Joey's upset with Blake. No.
Our dog's very bougie, spoiled.
Well, he will only eat certain things
Actually, they are $11 on their website if you want to buy one.
now. Really? Oh,
But
cool.
they get people in local bike shops. Stop.
A whole bunch of them.
They have like all the west and southwest. They've already had a bunch. This is the first one west of the Mississippi.
Okay. They're super cool little books. And they're so attractive.
They're cute.
Slide right in your
A little
pocket.
black bear on a handlebar of a gravel bike with a little handlebar bag.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout, friends.
Polo.
Okay. I did post pictures on the GTD Instagram of like the cover and sort of like the table of contents and one of the pages that has the maps on it. It's the sick episode. You can take those off if you want. We're all not wearing headphones anymore.
I like wearing headphones.
Well, good. I think it does help sometimes.
I agree. I like hearing
think
myself.
It does. Yeah. So this last weekend was the NCR ride. The
Yeah.
God, I
shop
was so bummed I missed it.
NCR
A
ride.
lot of us that missed it. Chris and Emma were sick. I know a few people that didn't show up because I texted them that I wasn't going.
Ooh.
People showed up with it.
I mean, you actually had followers that wouldn't come because you weren't there. Did you tell them that I was going to be there?
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why they didn't come. I don't know. It was a great group. I think there was 8 of us. We had a few that showed up that sometimes this time of year when you travel to ride, you forget sort of key components like helmets and
I always
shoes.
carry 2 helmets and flat pedals in the car.
I normally do. I normally do as well in my truck. I carry an extra helmet. It's a great idea to carry flat pedals.
Yeah.
You thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put that. I normally do have an extra helmet. But for this because it's winter and you just you're out of sync with like traveling to rides and stuff. So
Yeah, totally.
it's just the way it is. But,
Or you're like Jess and I have to pack everything.
well, that's fine too.
Joey texted me in the morning and he was like, I'm not going, but if you want to go, you can drive to Brian's house. I don't even know how to put the bike in the car. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, drive to Brian's
At
house?
some
on
point in time,
myself?
you have to learn how to use a basic bike rack.
Well, I could have come and got you, but he never said anything. So I didn't, I thought that you were just like, nah, I don't want to
No,
go.
she's bougie. She can drive up there.
Well, we had, I think, 8 people show up that actually did the ride. Ted was there. John, I'm running down the mental list. Ron, Phil Smith was there. Myself, Danny on a mountain bike, and Marshall. Marshall from, we met him up at Unpaved. He was a timer at Unpaved.
We actually, the first time he was there, he was a rider.
Okay.
And then the second year, yeah, he was his wife there?
No.
Oh, I
No.
love Marshall and his wife.
So he was riding a Vast magnesium frame. You familiar at all with that?
Vast magnesium.
Vast. VAS. That's my teeth coming out. VAST. Vast.
Nope.
And it's a frame that's made of magnesium. So when it gets wet, it lights on fire.
Isn't that what you use for fire starters? A little.
Yeah. No, it's he said it was mixed with some kind of alloy, magnesium and something else. I didn't quite understand it, but
Trillium.
yeah, his take was it was the bike he could get during COVID, and so he got it. So that's like, you got to respect that. And that's very unique. That's so sharp bike. It looked nice. Nice looking bike. I don't know much else about them. We went to Seven's Sports Bar in New Freedom, which
You guys were there forever. I kept checking your location.
I looked on my Strava. I think we were sat still for an hour and a half. It was cold. It was super cold, like in the mid 30s, low 30s. When I looked back at my Strava, what the temperatures that it
Why I didn't
recorded.
go?
Yeah, I know. But we sat at Sevens, and part of the reason we sat there for so long was we were watching World Cup. It's a sports bar, and there's TVs everywhere. And when we walked in and sat down, Argentina was up 2-0. France scores the penalty kick almost as soon as we sit down. France ties the game up. They go through the extra time, and then we watched the penalty kicks, and it was almost like right when the penalty kicks were done and it was over, we were like, okay, let's get up and go. And Danny on the mountain bike was running a little bit behind everybody. It's tough. It's a tough climb on that hill going up to New Freedom on big fat tires. And he showed up and enjoyed lunch with us, and then we rolled back. I think all in all, it was 6, 7, 8 people, something like that number. But wow, I really love that trail this time of year because the leaf
That or the fall.
the leaf tunnel's gone, and you can actually see the water, the river, the gunpowder. You can see the rock formations underneath the tree. Normally, all that stuff is hidden.
Love that trail.
It's fantastic, and you'd work to get up to New Freedom. We all know that. It seems like it's just a rail trail, but it's a long, steady grade, and then you scream back down. It was all in all just a fantastic weekend. I did not go to the Poke Bowl place. I was going to go to the Poke Bowl place, but at 7, so we had like big burgers and beers and tots and French fries.
Go if Gary's waiting on you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, if there's trouble with that. It was just a great way to spend a day late in December on a bike, even though it was cold. And we'll talk about like how cold, because I've got some of the stuff we're going to talk about later. There's a little bit of cold weather gear stuff.
I want to reminisce.
You want to reminisce?
I want to know why you're buying a rooftop tent and not sleeping in the back of the Prius. Trying to think about stuff we talked about way back in the day. And that's the first one that came into mind.
Remember we had a picture on Instagram. It's probably there.
All 3 of us were in there.
The 3 of us were
Me
in the
and
back
Wes.
of it. And we all fit comfortably.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
We could 69 in it, so it wouldn't be as awkward.
The nuts, and
Yeah.
it was perfect, easy.
Yeah.
It was just fantastic. You weren't there for that.
That was at our old house.
That was at when
Big
you
Bear.
lived at the other place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is not going to be something that I was actually pretty excited about. The Lulaco Hundo.
Oh, yeah, we screwed up.
Oh yeah, we majorly screwed
Algebraically
that up.
speaking.
I was like, something's not right with this.
Well, normally I think last year the Growly Cat was on Saturday.
Yep.
Okay.
Lulac is on Sunday, so it seemed like it would be the right thing to do. But I talked to Chris because I checked the dates, and then I checked the dates again, and I was like, wait a minute, you've got it listed as Sunday. Did you do the wrong date? And he said, no, because of some hunting things that are happening on the property down in Rapidan, they're actually going to do the Growly Cat on Sunday. So the plan for the Lulac Hundo double up with the Dirty Kitten Growly
No, but you
Cat.
could still do it.
Oh, that would be brutal. Not doing that. Not doing that at all.
Thinking about it, it's kind of nice because we left work around. I left the shop a little early, but it was a Friday night.
Mm.
We sat in a lot of traffic around Fredericksburg.
We did.
Well,
We did.
I think we'll end up
missed the
going
Popeyes,
up
too.
on Saturday now because it's going to be Sunday.
There's no camping.
There's no camping at the Growly Cat?
They made an exception, Alex and Chris, for me and Jess.
Oh, okay. Well,
we popped up crooked on a hill for our first night in a rooftop tent, so I know why you're supposed to be level.
But because I am a dirty kitten, I might stay at Alex's mommy's house because that's where all the kittens stay.
You got to go volunteer. You got to go probably Friday night and work.
You're right. Never mind. I do have to work.
Me and Brian will come in there guns a-blazing Saturday. We'll pull Chris out of a ditch in his little John Deere Gator. And we'll bring a little solo stove and have a fire and drink moonshine.
Score.
That sounds like the best weekend.
That sounds like
ever.
So that's Grusk, basically.
Is that your birthday weekend?
Yeah. Oh, my birthday is that day.
Oh, the Sunday the 23rd?
Oh, no, my birthday's 24th.
Your birthday's the 24th, so that'd be Monday.
We're going to rage.
We're going to rage Monday or Sunday night.
I'm going to bring
I
High
would not be
C.
raging on Monday.
High C and Hawaiian Punch juice boxes for everyone. Yeah.
Some
The kind where
Miller
you got to
Lite.
stab the straw on the side of it while it's flat.
Hey, you know what I discovered today?
You have hair?
I have been, yeah, my hair is really long. I need a haircut so badly. I have been, and now maybe somebody else has been on the inside on this program. I've been doing Chipotle bowls wrong for the whole time.
Tell me how.
So instead of leaving when they put the foil on the top,
Yeah.
right? You don't actually take the foil off the top and eat it that way. You actually flip the bowl over and then take the cardboard bowl off the bottom and eat it in the foil.
I like
Why?
to mix it up.
Because
I
that's
like-
what it does.
I like to mix it up.
So that's what it does. So all the rice is now on the bottom, and you have to eat through the rice. All the guacamole and the salsa and the meat and stuff is on
Just take my fork and mix it.
the bottom. I don't know. It just seemed different to me.
Do you
It
like
seemed-
Chipotle? I don't know if
Yeah. I like Chipotle.
they're doing a St. Jude fundraiser.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we'll give you the dates.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely go on that day. And I've still got to put my donut order in.
Oh,
Don't-
that's not for
That's for Mill Creek. I know
yeah,
that's
for my
school.
school.
But don't let me leave here tonight without putting my donut order in, please, and thank you. I've been meaning to
Joey
do that all
also
day.
has to do his.
Yeah.
Okay. How many donuts are you getting?
Oh, we're going to get a dozen, so we have them at work on Friday.
That's what I'm getting. Well, I think I might get a dozen or half. I don't know. I'm gonna get a dozen. I'm gonna
We
get
got
donuts.
a half a dozen on Saturday because he was in Lesby.
What's the truck that's doing? Is it Sweet Street?
Sweet Street.
Yeah.
That's what we get on Saturdays.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Well, you want to reminisce, Joey? What are some
No,
things you
I was
remember from early episodes?
I actually plan on going through old episodes today at work, but we got pretty busy. And I'm sick, so
The nice thing, you could probably just look at the titles of some of the very old
Yeah.
episodes.
I'm just trying to think. Like the Prius was one of them.
Trash Panda.
Trash Panda. There was the early days of Dave. Early days of everyone.
Yeah.
Dave was an accident. If you think about that.
Dave
well,
had
not
an
Dave wasn't. That's between his parents and him. But I think that was the first ride I really talked about.
Well, because
Missing unpaved the year before the inaugural year.
we had no clue what we were doing, and it was
We were in your weird ass room with
Yeah.
the trees and like
it was the
Sigourney
jungle
Weaver
room.
on the wall or
We were in the
something.
jungle room with
Danica
Danica Patrick.
Oh, yeah.
Danica Patrick in the
Va-va-voom.
jungle room. And Jess, you don't
I
want
like
to know about
brunettes,
it.
okay? She is a brunette.
And I think what we did was we just started looking for events, right?
That was one I was bummed and I heard good things about.
Yeah.
Pat came on not long, or we heard about I think everything around that same time, like all
think
the Pennsylvania stuff.
The name Lulacawaiko
None of us could pronounce it.
Hundo. None of us could pronounce. We didn't have any clue what we were saying. And
Well, Wes
so
used to drink St. Brennan's during it, and
Wes would get crazy silly.
yeah, I don't know.
Every once in a while, I miss the banter that he would bring to the table.
I do.
And then I realize that
Yeah.
What else? What other kind of stuff there? I remember the Trash Panda. I remember we had that episode. It was like, what would be your gravel riding superpower?
Oh yeah.
You guys had the whole thing with the Skittles and the
Yeah.
the candy consistency
Candy.
of gravel.
That was something that never really happened, though. I don't think.
Um,
Although you can easily, pretty much on the fly, refer to that, and you would have a good idea.
we used to have the hot dog segment.
Hot dogs, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hot dogs.
Episode 61 is where Wes left for Michigan, so we're at 200 now.
Isn't that? Are you serious?
Sucker. Yeah, I'm scrolling through. There's a cute picture of all three of us with all the same helmets on.
Wow.
Right before that was Croatan Recon because the week after we were supposed to go down.
that was
That's
COVID.
when COVID hit, and
COVID
you guys
hit.
were literally sitting at this kitchen table, and you're like, "Well, what do we do now?"
Yeah.
I'm not a wood pusher, but I'll do everything else was a title.
I don't remember. We used to have some fun titles. I something about a squirrel jump. I hope a squirrel jumps in your spokes or something. I remember that
That is
one.
weird when we cuddle in bed together was a title. Finger breach. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Anytime you want to drown a clown in diarrhea, go for it.
What was that? I don't remember that. Sometimes they were just things that people said.
Here's one, Jess. Episode 37, when Joey rambles.
Welcome to my life.
What fun.
Alex and Chris were episode 31. Dirty Kitten Gravel Race wrap up with Alex and Chris Howell.
Wow. I can't even find the links to where they all are.
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
goodness. Blake just went
Excuse
crazy.
me. I'm not even religious. Episode 25, we got married.
Wow, that was
Who,
so
me and
early.
you?
Yeah, that was so
Gas
early.
station sink bathing.
That was me. I
Yeah.
remember I would. No, that was you. That was you.
I've done a good couple baths in a gas station. I'm getting a corned beef taco. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just reading through the.
I am slightly disappointed that we sleep together after you took a bath at a trash station or whatever you
I've
just
done way worse.
Episode 52. I actually want to go back and listen to that one. It's always important to pleasure yourself was the title.
Yeah.
Finger
I'm-
breach. That was funny.
I woke up in a bathtub. That was definitely a Joey title.
That's
Uh,
at the fishing thing.
Oh, full swamp mode was when I went down to
Oh.
Florida and ended up in the swamp.
Actually, episode 7, strip clubs and body parts with a dirty kitten. Episode 007 with Alex was on.
So episode 43 is Hasta Gravista, baby. So that was probably Cynthia. Episode
Yeah.
43 was talking about Gravista.
Yeah.
42 was the gate wide, but the gate was wide open. Remember that was when we went down to Virginia and got run off by that guy.
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
that
"You're
guy.
trespassing."
We were trespassing. Oh, I forgot we did that. And he followed us all the way out of there.
Yes, yes.
That's when you, Brian took a Duke in the woods, and then like 5 minutes later, we found a bathroom. Full on leafed it. But I did that this year anyway too at the lake. So that was a good trip. That's gonna be the background of my phone. Porta potty picture.
So yeah, the 31 was Dirty Kitten. Well, that was a wrap up though. I bet you we talked with them before that. I can't remember.
Episode 7 and 31.
Okay.
Then we've had them on, and we had live and unpacking unpaved with Dave on 40. Dave was on before that.
Episode 24 was when Allison Tetrick left us a voicemail.
Oh God.
Remember that?
Episode 24.
Yep, 24.
Lost my lucky number 2. I gotta fix that. I'm not a T-Trick fan.
That's okay. You don't have to be a fan of everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody has to like everybody. You can just be you.
But yeah, and there's all kinds of weird stuff we talked about. We probably said we were gonna do, we never did, or vice versa, and it's been fun.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun.
Is it 4 going on 5 years or what?
It is. We have 4 years done. We are entering our 5th year of.
You
production.
texted me and Wes just said, "Are you in or not?" No questions asked.
Yeah.
And it led to this,
I
unfortunately.
think it was. I was at the old shop, and
Your old house, my
and
old house.
I remember a conversation over the workbench and just said, "Let's do a gravel podcast." I actually think I just threw the name out there,
I don't even think you asked us for it. You just said if we were in or not.
and you just agreed.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's actually everything.
Look at
Has to
us.
go. That should be our origin story. None of us actually knew what a podcast was. We just decided to sit around
Yeah.
and do a thing. I woke up in a bathtub, strip clubs and body parts with a dirty kitten.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
remember that. Was that when we went to Frederick?
no.
Are you sure?
I think that was winter of 2019, 2020 because Wes shaved his mutt. I don't know.
Yeah, I some of these things they all kind of run together too. But
I'll
wow,
tell you what, right now Brad Hall's listening to Ariana Grande.
why is that?
I got my Spotify up. And Chris Howell is listening to Magic Carpet Ride by Stephen Wolf. But yeah, I don't know. We're just, like I said, we're rambling. Jess says I ramble too much, but I just wanted to go back to some old stuff.
It was.
I don't want to listen to the early episodes.
I actually want to go back and listen to them. Lori was on for the first time, episode 116.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, we're going on 2 years this
Yeah.
March,
Yeah,
and it's basically January.
we had the Rootworks bag guy on in episode 111. That was Justin.
Man, we were at the early stages.
Cerrone.
That stuff's
Oh,
blowing
yeah.
up. I
Yeah.
get so many freaking advertisements from that.
Yeah.
Makes me not want to buy one.
Yeah. Flat bar gravel bikes. 2020.
What was Jess's first kickoff episode?
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you used to come on like every once in a while.
Randomly?
Like random.
And basically, I put our marriage up as a bounty if she didn't keep talking. No, I'm just kidding.
These are things that did not happen.
No. I wonder when we first had Travis on.
What's really funny, and this is for store marketing, not even marketing. Remember we used to go through gravel bikes?
Uh-huh.
Remember how highly we rated the Cannondale Topstone?
Yeah.
And now we got it.
And now you're selling.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's just don't worry about it. It's all good. Gross.
Now that we have Topstones in, we have like the Topstone 4, which is like on sale for $1,000 now. Did you see that black one the other day?
Wow.
That thing is so classy. Now it does have a micro shifter is plasticky.
Yeah, but the thing about
holy cow, it is a through axle.
We've talked about that. It's like when you buy those bikes.
I call it a blank canvas. I've been telling everyone about the Topstone 3s and 4s. The Topstone 3's got a SOAR group set, but like it needs new brake calipers. But it's definitely a killer bike to get people rolling into the sport.
Absolutely.
Like, sure, you ride it for a little bit, you save up a little bit more money, put some new brake calipers on, and you like my best friend Dan, who has replaced Wes, but Dan's always been my best friend for the last 10 years. And Wes, they were my best men. This is why I ramble. So Dan was a bike snob. Dan's worked at some really high-end shops. Dan's worked for Specialized, worked with me for a while. Now he runs.
Still working for Specialized?
No, God, no. He's smart. He got out of the bike industry. He's like corporate for Costco.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's a big wig.
Yeah.
But last year when him and his wife moved to Colorado, they bought Topstone 4s just to see if they like it as a couple with the micro shift one by. And he said it's been the best bike he's ever owned.
There you go.
And you had one of his old bikes.
Yep.
We both have technically. And he had a nice Madone, and he's had mountain bike. He actually lost. We forgot he had a mountain bike upstairs in the fire.
Oh no!
Me and both of them were shooting the shit one night. And we're like, oh man, I missed the insurance on that one. But he's loving it. He's fine. So after a year, he is going to upgrade his group set.
Sure.
But it is like 100% done for him, and I'm going to find him some stuff to upgrade to. But
it's easy to do.
Yeah, it's a through axle standard brake.
The big pieces.
It looks so damn good.
The big pieces that you would have to, like, you'd be going, oh my goodness, that won't work with this frame, or this won't work with that frame.
Everything works with it.
Everything works. So you can just feel like it's, like you said, a blank canvas, and you can upgrade from it. And you cannot go wrong, because sooner or later, what you do is you take an old beat up Diverge, you go from Tiagra to GRX.
I tried to sell Jason your Diverge the other day, but I was like, damn, this thing's beat.
Oh yeah, it's beat up.
Yeah.
If you know somebody that could actually just use it for, like,
I offered Jason. I was like, Jason, because he has a whole group set, wheels, everything. He's like, I just want a gravel frame. He was going to do NCR on his Roubaix with Pathfinders. They have the 32s, but I'm like, I don't know, make Brian a good offer just to put all your stuff on for a light gravel bike for now.
Like,
he said you should pay him money to ride it. No, I'm just kidding.
Brian will entertain just about any offer that comes across the table, because pretty soon I'm going to have to start paying a rent bill for sitting in the back of the shop.
It's fine. You're going to be one of my employees soon anyway. So
who?
Contractually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
See where that goes.
So, man, you know what that means? You really get the bike deal hookups.
I didn't really do.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
think
looking
about that.
forward to that.
Yeah.
Like, I need any more bikes right now. I need another bike like I need a hold.
You're about to buy a group set.
True that.
Yeah.
True that. I am, aren't I? Wow. And thought about
maybe
that.
we kicked the can on that for a little bit, and then
Don't
anyway,
you dare.
Now it's on record. Yeah, I mean, we can shut up now and talk about pogies and pierogies, but
I wanted. We haven't asked Jess what she's been up to.
Sorry, Jess. Yeah,
coming into episode 200.
There's been a lot of fundraising that's happened since the last episode. Yep. There's a lot of cool stuff.
Holy moly, Joey had the best Christmas present ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she's getting, minus a big old sloppy kiss.
Aww.
That was the nicest video, though. Sometimes, like, I'm just sitting at work and I just like watch that video. I'm like, holy moly.
Let me back up a little bit, because people don't know what you're talking about.
Go ahead, Joey.
Joey did it.
Long story short, back in, I mean a cough drop. Starting in the late summer, I have one of those little Yeti cans that come in the little Yeti, the buck banks. Have you seen those?
Yep.
And I started putting cash in it from like little miscellaneous parts here and there, and it's upstairs. And I started keeping track. I have all my numbers I wrote down on it. And then at one point in time, I said, I'm going to see how much I can get for at the end of the year in case Jess is short or something for St. Jude. And it's like all miscellaneous stuff that we've bought, mostly bike stuff that I didn't need to put back into anything. And I mean, it was a lot. It wasn't. It was at the same time, but I think I got up to like $750 or something that just slowly accumulated, and I kept putting it in this little bank. It's actually still in my car, so hopefully no one breaks into it. It's hidden though. I got to put it in the bank, but yeah, I saved it all up, and her deadline was the other day, so I was like, oh, we're actually kind of short by a little bit. We're actually short by like what, $1,300?
Might even have been a little bit more than that.
I think it was. I have it written down. Oh, here we go. So anyway, there I was, kicking the can, and I made a little video because I didn't tell Jess. I was hinting at it before last week's episode, like, do you want your gift now? When she was kind of down, and she said no, but I figured I would try that last little push, and I put a video out. I asked people for a little help, and I think she went like $500 over her goal of $5,000.
Congratulations.
So
Yeah.
we raised a shit ton of money, and 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever it was. Dog has no water. Yeah, we crushed it. So, because what I had left her a little bit short. I swore I wrote this down. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, we did good.
We did awesome. It was super nice. My mom was like,
We were short $623 after I donated my share, and we went over 1,000 of just not including me.
so, so what a great, it's hard though, right? We spend 8 months out of the year fundraising for St. Jude, and then we have this period of like no fundraising, or like we go all these months training and then we have no training. So it's like you just get done with this like huge event, and then you're like, well, now what? Because like the next day is really hard, because I woke up and it was a Friday, and I told Joey, I was like sitting at work, and I was like, what do I do? Like, what do I do now?
You never got me your list. I needed a list of like 10 things for
Yeah.
fundraising for next year.
But a lot of who I am as a person and what I do every day is incorporated into volunteering for St. Jude, or fundraising for St. Jude, or training for a race of St. Jude. So when a race is over of the year, you're
Let
like,
down.
yeah, you're like, you get really in this bluey spot. Like, I know I have more things coming, and I know like I get to look forward to things, but like a lot of what I do for 9 months out of the year is done. And it doesn't start again for another 1 to 2 months.
So what is their like official fundraising window? So you sign up to be a fundraiser.
A hero. Yeah. So you sign up. So there's all different races. You can do a Disney marathon. You can do.
But they give you the date and the time when your fundraising should begin.
Correct.
And then
Yep.
you have sort of like, this is when your goal should be. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So they tell you, and you actually put your credit card in, and whatever happens, no matter what, you could fundraise only $100. And by that day, you need to have everything done, because they're, it's like kind of management money. Like, they're planning on you getting that money in.
Yeah. They're budgeting it.
Exactly. So yeah, and then it depends on like different levels. I usually do the marathon or the half marathon in Memphis, and it has different levels. So you can be like silver, gold. So this year we were platinum, and that got us the hotel.
Okay.
Because we wanted to stay at the Peabody, because it's like a old fancy like ritzy hotel. So we were platinum, and then it's $5,000, and then you have 2 weeks after the race to keep fundraising.
Okay.
So that was it.
And if you don't reach your goal, what happens? I
You still
Charge
pay
your
for
credit
it.
card. You gotta pay for it. But it's just like you were doing any fundraising for any other thing.
Right.
It's just, yeah.
Well, I know ESR is the same kind of way. Empire State Rides that. It's like
Yeah.
they have a minimum fundraise of $3,500, and most of them it's the same thing. They may not have met it by the time that the event happens, but they've got a window of time afterwards, and
I think they raised $14 million.
Wow.
This year.
That is a lot of just for the marathon.
But at the end of the day, it's not a lot.
Is that just for the marathon though?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, a lot of times too with events like that, they will they'll earmark that money for matching funds from corporate entities. So that 14 million, which does or doesn't sound like a lot, who knows? Could actually manifest itself as 28 or 56, or by the time they get done with all the matching funds, it could be tenfold, fivefold, tenfold that number.
There was some individual that did what, $200,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And fell to Walmart.
The marathon, the St. Jude weekend, is the largest single day fundraiser.
Wow.
So for St. Jude, there's a lot of fundraisers that go on through the year and stuff, but yes, that's the largest St. Jude one. So
you're diving back in, ready in again though, right? Next year?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes. We are going to. Well, Blake and I have been walking in the mornings. 4:30, we get up and we're on the road by 5. It was very cold this morning. It was a blistery 22 degrees this morning.
Not in bed. I was warm.
More power to you.
Yeah.
But it's good for Blake in the morning. It's good for me in the morning.
Yeah.
It's really dark, but it's really nice. But yeah, fundraising, getting some stuff together for school, just to get some funds underway for school stuff.
Yeah.
But nothing
It's
too
as simple as
serious right now.
I just ordered donuts and it worked.
Yeah, I need to do that too. I need to order my donuts.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a successful fundraising season, and good luck next year.
Yeah, thanks. It starts again in January, February. So the first one that's going to kick off the entire fundraising is the Chipotle fundraiser.
Okay, you just told me about that. So
Yep. You go to Chipotle, use the code,
and that goes to your fundraise effort. Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely will enjoy me some at Chipotle. And I will eat it the right way by flipping it upside.
Flipping it over. There you go.
Try it next time. And
I'm very excited.
You might be like, well, wait a minute.
Joey was sick since the weekend, so I had to do takeout every night.
Yeah, Jess cooked every meal for me.
I just was like, Dynasty or sauces today.
You want to do Strava Club, Joey?
No.
No? Okay,
we're done with Strava after 200.
I wonder when did we start Strava Club? It wasn't too long into it. I don't think we didn't do it from the very beginning.
No,
I don't remember it.
We did something weird, but
we did the top 3, and it was always Sonia, and so that was when we decided we needed to switch things up a little bit.
We have Chris Joyce from Knoxville, Tennessee, with 179.4, and then John Gray, who is my old neighbor, but also from Chesapeake, Virginia. There might be more than one. 152.4, and Juliana May, who knows John Gray, from with 107.2.
She had her Strava was set to private, and I respect that.
To break into the top 100, you needed 92 miles. We're down to 881 from 883. So suck it, you two.
I probably know who they are.
Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt. 2 of them.
Yeah.
I meant to say I donated as a Scranton Strangler.
I donated as GTD. I think, didn't I put GTD down? Yeah. Well, congratulations, everybody, on Strava Club. The challenge is still out there. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends. Tell people you don't know. I dare somebody to stand out on the side of the road with a Strava Club, cardboard cutout.
I was just thinking that.
We'll work for Strava Club
Sign
members. Yeah, sign flipper. If you do that, I would tell you what, if somebody does that and sends me a picture of them doing it or post it on Instagram,
you get free shirt and stickers.
I'm going to send you certain stickers. Absolutely.
So I know that there's not a lot of people like me who work.
Yeah, true.
You're one of a kind, my dear.
Anyway, so there was a promotion at Verizon that if you buy an iPhone 14, you get a iPad and an iWatch.
Okay.
So I'm very nervous because I'm very excited to have all this data again.
Ooh.
But what happens is I become
geek out on it?
obsessive and almost
No, you're not doing fitness apps and stuff on your watch. It is cellular. You can see text. You can see Instagram. But we're not putting stuff on
Strava on there. When I used to wear and I still every once in a while wear my Apple Watch. I don't wear it very often.
Yeah.
But it'll be like, oh, we see you're walking. Would you like to record this on Strava? It's so annoying. It's like, no, I'm out walking. Leave me be.
So long story short, since we're normal people, I decided to take advantage of this promotion for Jess because this is the longest she's ever had a phone in our relationship.
Hell yeah.
And like 2 days before she tells me this, she cracks the back of her current phone, which is like a 12 or something, regular.
Mhm.
I
showed it.
I kind of got bullied the first time I went to the riding store, and I went back another day because the guy was a giant D. Yeah, the other guy was great. Didn't pressure me. You know, if you buy an iPhone 14 Pro,
Mhm.
which is supposed to be a 5-year phone, and we're going to test that. The guy's like, you get a free iPad and an Apple Watch. And I'm like, well, what if I don't take them? And he says, well, then you don't get it. Like,
Yeah, but don't you also have to then buy the service with them as well?
no. I paid the taxes, which was like $30,
Okay.
which is a killer deal right now.
Yeah, that is a killer deal.
I mean, they set you up to buy a freaking phone, but I turned in a cracked iPhone 10,
Mhm.
and I got $800 for it.
How much?
$800.
Holy cow!
Yeah, if you don't owe money on your phone and you have an old or something, like,
Yeah.
it's a really good deal. Otherwise, they just bait you in because it's, yeah.
Yeah, I have an old one, but I didn't trade it in because I'm going to use it for.
I don't know. This new iPhone's like 48 megapixels. So I figured with Jess vlogging, instead of getting her the basic phone,
Get her the good
I
one.
was actually going to surprise her and like act like I got her the iPad and watch. The iPad showed up a day after, and the phone's back ordered for like another week, and so is the watch. But I almost made out with good Christmas presents.
Yeah.
So she better vlog well with a iPhone Pro.
All right, so I have down here to talk about winter riding clothes. Because honestly, when I went out, I don't ride a lot in the winter.
You're a Zwifter.
I do Zwift, and I don't ride outside a lot in the winter, but I do occasionally. But honestly, the biggest thing that has really ever held me back from wanting to be out in the winter in the cold is my hands. And I put my pierogies on.
Yeah.
That was funny the other day in the store. It's pogies.
I thought you said pierogies.
I did in the store the other day. I'm pretty sure I did say pierogies. That's how I put my pierogies on my hands. Pierogies on your hands would keep you very warm. But I have those little pogie lights that Bike Iowa did, and they're always back ordered. And I ordered them last year, and they came in the spring. So this was the first time I've had a chance to use them. And I had fingerless gloves on in 30-degree weather for 42 miles in 5 hours, and my hands were sweating inside of those. So score. That very worked very, very well. Have you never tried something like that?
So your hands weren't cold.
Not at all. They were sweating inside those little, and also the way those little pierogi, the way those pogie lights work, it's not a neoprene, it's a soft material that's windproof. So if my hands were outside of the pogie, I could still actually use my brakes and shift the gears, because I could still get to the hoods and everything with them just like folded down on top of the hoods. It worked really well. I have to say that. Have you ever ridden anything like that?
In the past, I have. I got a new pair of Dragon Claws for my mountain bike, but I'm actually pretty comfortable where I'm going to ride with my gloves now. Where I don't think I'm going to go any colder. So I don't know if I'll use them.
What do you do for your core though? What is it you wear for what's your setup?
I wear my beautiful body because I have a little bit extra right there that keeps me warm.
Well, that doesn't even do it though. I mean, you get wet, and cold.
No.
It hurts.
It varies. Actually, the thing I really like lately, and even on the coldest I've ridden in like high 30s. So I wear a base layer from it's like a Specialized Wool, or Columbia used to do their Omni Heat. I got a bunch of free ones I still have that are really warm and breathe. Jess wears a lot of them. I wear that, and then my bibs, but then on top of that, I've been wearing my unpaved. Who makes their flannels?
Club Ride.
Club Ride. Brett hooked me up, found me like one of the last one with like a wind stopper in it.
Mm-hmm.
In like the low 40s, I've been okay with that.
Okay.
I rode like twice last week with that.
Any
lower than that though, I will wear a vest. I have
running's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
I have like Jess got me a nice down vest that's light. But when we rode in like the high 20s in Jersey, low 30s, I just throw my Gore jacket over that. It's Gore-Tex, not wind blocker.
Mhm.
But with all that,
Yeah.
like and it that day it got to 50 by the time we finished riding. It was
How many
pretty
layers is that? Like 3, 4
3
layers
total.
Yeah.
And they're not thick.
Yeah.
And I do wear fleece line knicker bibs.
Okay.
I can't wear full legs.
Okay.
But I always have Rich Supply wool socks on.
Well, I've never noticed a problem with the legs. It's always about the core. What do you do when you run?
So I will in the mornings. I just layer up. I mean, it's like whatever a
It's like Randy from A Christmas Story.
yeah. It's just like 5 or 6 layers exactly. I don't really run warm though, so I'm usually I like being colder.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Talked about that last week.
However, because I know that we are going to be doing a lot more riding, either mountain bike or just riding outside, craftwear, craft. They sent
She's
me like
an ambassador now.
yeah, they sent me like this 40% off on these things.
You should see how much mac and cheese we have now. Like tons of
So
it. They
it's a
sent
mac
us.
It's a C,
it's a
Joey.
mac
it's a
and
C.
cheese.
It's a C.
Mac and
Oh.
cheese soup.
The reason why I looked at them is because they do running and biking clothes.
Okay.
So like you can switch in between.
What's the material? Is it?
I just ordered the wool one,
Okay.
the merino wool
Merino
or
wool.
something.
Yeah.
But because I always hodgepodge like this and this and this from like JoJe or previous things like sweatshirts and stuff, I finally just bought like 2 base layers and then a vest.
Okay.
She does wear a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, so just 2 base layers and then I got like a wind vest for like this area.
Okay. I've never really thought much about it, so I've always just layered like
I am so good at dressing in the cold.
more bike clothes. Like it's like I'll put a base layer, like an Under Armour base layer with a jersey over top, then a long sleeve jersey over top of that, and then something else like a jacket over top of that.
Yeah, that's your problem right there.
Well, but what I've just done is doing the research. I've been wanting to invest in some good merino wool for a long time. And so after this last ride and thinking I might go out and do some more cold stuff since I got the hand thing worked out, I ordered a merino wool lightweight base layer,
Mm-hmm.
a merino wool midweight layer, like a mid layer, and this was a killer deal. I was just looking around for jackets, and so Showers Pass is something I've always had their socks and their gloves.
Yeah.
They've always worked really well. They had their Refuge jacket, it's a $325 list item, on sale for some ridiculous number like $250 or $245. This was yesterday. And then I found a 15% discount code that worked with it as well. I got that Refuge jacket for out the
I
door.
beat you. I'll tell you that.
What?
Just say it.
I was at 207
I paid $50
for a Refuge.
Yeah, bike swap.
Oh, score!
It's balled up upstairs.
Score. That's a nice deal right
I
there.
got 2 showers passes I got for $50 each.
Wow, that's a fantastic deal.
Now that I didn't know where it came from. A
Yeah,
little weird.
you don't know who's been sweating in that, but
Oh, it was new.
it was new.
Yeah, it came from a shop that closed.
Okay,
Anyway,
solid.
solid jacket.
It's a solid
much
jacket.
jacket.
Well,
Well, you run colder than me.
it's a straight up
And that's
winter
the thing,
jacket.
like if I wore that, I'd be like needed to be in Antarctica for that.
I got the orange one.
I got the
But-
orange one too. Now get out! Oh, we're twinsies. Because I was like, oh, the orange matches the highlights on the GTD kit, so I'm rolling with that. So that's kind of where I'm going to try this like 2-layer merino wool with the jacket over top, and then you can always pull one of the merino wool layers off.
Yeah, so I'm all for merino as a base layer. I think the biggest thing that I talk to people about is you can have merino, you can have warm stuff, but if you don't have anything that's going to cut the wind,
Yeah.
it don't matter.
Yeah, because it's going to blow right through
That's
that.
why I always have something with wind blocker or
So I
I'm
was
a big
looking for
Gore
something
fan,
that was
too.
had
that'll cut the wind.
had a windbreak. It was waterproof, and then also had the ability to breathe to pull the sweat away. Because that was the one thing after that NCR ride. I had to get back in the parking lot and basically strip like within the first 30 seconds and get those wet clothes off of me because it was just once you're wet and you stop, woo.
Evaporation.
Yeah.
Evaporation is cooling.
Yeah. So
Uh,
I needed to get that wet stuff off, but the merino wool when it's wet still keeps you warm,
Keeps
but
it
you
warm.
gotta break the wind.
Yep.
So
That's why I have me and Chris go way back. I got a pair of Wolfhammer boots that I'll never wear because it has to be like in the teens.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have Specialized cycling boots I bought in 2015. That if you add up the amount of times you ride in the winter, I mean, they still look brand new.
So I did
That
not
is the
have any
best-
problems. I didn't have problems with my feet.
Oh, because that is one of the best investments.
A big smart wool socks, and then some neoprene overshoes.
Well, you got overshoes.
Yeah, that cuts the wind. That cuts the wind
The
off.
overshoes get expensive. I just invested in the boots.
You know, I think
with the fur.
I'm still rolling some cheapy Amazon knockoffs as long as it breaks the wind. You know,
I used to put foil on my S-Work shoes when it's
Oh,
in
no.
between.
Those might be Pearl Izumis. I can't remember what I'm rolling for the overshoes.
But anyway, like I had a customer in today getting gloves. And, I don't know what to tell you to buy for gloves. Like, this is what I wear for this temperature, blah, blah, blah. But, like,
Well,
if it doesn't cut the wind.
I threw my showers past my Crosspoint gloves in my frame bag for NCR. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start off with fingerless and see if these things actually do what they say they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And man, they sure did. I mean, my fingers were never cold, and it's so nice in that winter weather to be able to pull your hand out of that and still be able to use your phone. Because when you got the gloves on and you have to pull the glove off, and then your hands are wet and you're trying to get the glove back on, and it's a whole process. But the ability to actually still be able to use your phone, I really enjoyed it. I really actually enjoyed it.
Lately, I'm down to hand up everything for gloves this year. But I do have Specialized Lobster Therma, what do they call it? Thinsulate. I mean, those are like super cool gloves.
Mhm.
But I got summer, I got midweight, I got cold weather, and then I got mittens from hand up.
Yeah.
And I can hit every season with that on my hands.
Yeah.
And then if I really need to, I got the pogies.
Yeah.
But I also set up my Zwift this morning. I brought my bike home to put on it tonight.
Well,
Tomorrow morning.
you know me. I Zwift once I get.
Yeah, I haven't started.
It was real hard for me to get back into that this year, but once I got there, it was
Takes me like a week of
longer this year. For some
where like the first rides, if it's over a half hour, I freaking hate it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in horrible shape.
Well, I'll report back how my 2 wool
I
layers.
gotta ride in the cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see.
I love running in the cold. I love riding in the cold.
What I think I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna depend upon the cold weather riding to be my only riding that I do. I think my thing is gonna be let's go out and do a 15 or 12, 15 mile ride outdoors, layered up,
Yeah.
and then do a workout on Zwift to kind of like
Yeah. I
keep
don't.
all those things rolling.
I mean, my thought process until March is I really don't have any plans to ride the road at all,
Mhm.
unless it is with like a small group of us for fun. And it's not going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's Zwift. There's not even gravel's technically hard for us to get to, and then there's the mountain bike.
Yeah.
So, but I figure between a group ride and a mountain bike and Zwift, that's my goal.
I mean, I'd love a little 12 mile, 15 mile outdoor ride.
Yeah.
Just to keep the bike, in shape, just to
Plus,
keep
it's
the
a
outside
nice
wheels.
day, but
The only problem too is then when it starts to get like snowy and icy, and then they start putting salt on the roads, and then you're getting salt on your bike, and
I'm not doing that. That's what the trail's
no,
for.
that's a mess. I don't want to do that either. So
Yeah.
So breathability, the ability to break the wind, the ability to be waterproof, layers, using wool.
Breathing, you ain't living.
Yeah, using layered up wool. I've not done that before.
Most of my jerseys pre-GTD, the like solid colors are all merino from Specialized.
Really?
I have like red with a little gray stripe, and I have blue with a green stripe, and then I got green with a black stripe. Like,
Mhm.
Specialized used to do really good at merino without being ridiculous.
See, that stuff is so expensive.
These were like $80 jerseys MSRP that were always on sale.
The mid layer that I got, I think I got a merino wool gaiter and a base layer, merino wool base layer from REI. And then the mid layer is another piece of Showers Pass. It's a hooded quarter zip merino wool, like a sweater. And then I got a merino wool cap that's got the flaps that come down over your ears.
Oh, yeah. I got a 45 North one of those.
Yeah, I think this is or not. I think I got it or not.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now is not the time to buy all this. Wait for July.
It will be warm then, though.
Well, you just got some deals, but
Yeah, I found some great.
no, starting April,
holiday
May,
deals.
June, everything will be on sale at your local bike shop.
Yeah, but that I was.
I've already got alerts about my spring apparel order today.
I looked today for the pricing on that refuge jacket When you go on mobile,
25 down to 276 right now.
276. So it was actually 243, I think, yesterday when I bought it, and then I took the percentage off of that.
Gore also makes. I have a lot of Gore stuff. I've been a Gore believer since like I was a teenager on a boat doing stupid stuff. Like I don't. It doesn't get much better than Gore.
My first jersey was Gore because Gore does. Gore has a factory location in Delaware, and it was right outside where I went to college. And then we went there to Gore, and we got like gloves and jerseys, and it was an outlet sale, so it was like $15 for everything.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
My summer bibs have a freaking wind blocker in the cup, so I got a donger looking thing. You've seen that on a ride.
Yes,
It's the only thing I hate about Gore. Like it's. I'll tell you what, that's false advertising.
Well,
Gore, cold winter, Gore and Showers Pass
we
probably make the best stuff.
we just don't have that much cold weather that I really feel like I've ever wanted to invest.
And we
I-
also,
you
I was
know,
thinking about today, we don't have that much hot weather either.
no,
We have like 2 months where it sucks.
you know,
We have 2 months where it sucks on the opposite end. We live in a pretty good climate.
if I can figure out a way to not get that wet sweat, that cold wet sweat kind of thing at
need
the
dry
end of a
sweat.
cold ride, yeah.
They have pills for that. Salt
All
sticks.
right. Who wants to do this or that? Jess, do you want to do this or that?
Yeah, she's playing something with the dog. So hey,
I don't know what she's doing. We'll wait for her. She'll be back here before
Actually,
too long.
I have 2 Specialized jackets that Gore did for Specialized.
Yeah.
I'm a little too big for them right now.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is a lot of times too, you know, winter gear, you can't, it's so expensive for a shop to carry that stuff.
We don't carry a lot of it.
And then, you know, so you're playing that game of like, does it actually fit me right with where I'm at? And I've got this like monster investment in a jacket that's coming in, and it's like, okay, crossing my fingers that it's going to actually fit.
Yeah.
Okay. First item, Jess, this week's this or that. Cold hands or cold feet?
Cold hands.
Cold hands over cold feet?
Yes.
Oh, I would take cold feet all day long. My fingers get cold.
I've actually just been walking in Joey's, just because they're gloves, just Joey's summer riding gloves from Hand Up.
Uh-huh.
So this morning I was saying the weather got pretty cold this morning. And I
mittens.
was like, I think I'm going to take the mittens out tomorrow.
Well, it's supposed to even colder like in the next like week or so.
Snow.
Super cold Christmas.
Well, my dog doesn't sleep past 4:30, so
Well, when it's just me
Good
and
for you.
him, he does.
Joey, cold hands or cold feet?
Well, I got cold feet with Jess a couple times when we were first dating. So I'm going to have to go cold feet.
Cold feet.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
I need my hands.
Second item, Grinch or Krampus?
a Grinch.
The Grinch over
The
the
Grinch is my favorite.
Krampus scares me. And he steals presents, so that's creepy. And he's got a goat head. That's like
My students
ugh.
say Joey looks like Yukon Cornelius.
I see it.
That's true.
Yeah. I see that absolutely. I would also, because Krampus, he scares me. I'm gonna go Grinch.
The Grinch is cute. I saw a drunk Grinch last weekend, and it was awesome.
I almost
The Christmas walk.
I want to throw Belschnickel in there, but Belschnickel
Belschnickel is
just
creepy.
is Santa in furs. Did you know that? That's what
Well,
Belschnickel actually means.
Belschnickel
Santa
is
Claus in
9.
furs.
Have you ever watched that scary movie Krampus?
No, I told you I don't like Krampus. It's gross.
Oh my god! It was New Year's Eve 2016. Me and Jess were dating. She was somewhere. I was at my parents' house. We were shacking up, so I was back here. Oh, it's because me and Austin were doing a New Year's Day gravel century the next day, which we didn't complete.
Okay.
It was too freaking cold. And I was building Legos, Star Wars Legos, watching TV, and I started Krampus, not knowing what it was, and I finished. Oh my god,
Scare you?
that is a scary movie.
I know you don't like scary movies, do you?
Ben Wyatt, whoever the actor is, Adam Scott was in it. Apparently, it was all a dream, but that was a scary movie. I'm like, the Grinch. I would have a beer with the Grinch.
Oh yeah.
The Krampus would eat me.
The Grinch is actually, to honestly, I kind of identify with
Live
Grinch.
with the Grinch.
He just wants to be left alone. Like, I don't need all this la 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 la. Just let me be. Jess, real or fake?
For what?
Fake. Doesn't matter. Fake.
I like real, but we have to go with fake. So because it's allergies. Real or fake, Joey?
Are we talking about Christmas trees?
Oh yeah.
Does it matter?
I've never had a real Christmas tree in my life.
Oh, we had
Really?
Christmas
Ever?
trees always growing up.
I don't know. There's like a balance of that for me because like a real tree, it's pretty wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Unless you're like dumping it in a lake for some fish habitat. But then you're buying a plastic piece of hunk from
China.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say China.
I'll say China.
However, our tree we have is pre-lit and it doesn't come apart. It comes apart in 3 pieces.
Mhm.
So you just undo it. It's so easy.
Yeah.
And then you fold it back up, and I don't have to worry about watering it or some dog drinking it and then a cat catching it on
catching
fire.
a fire. Yeah.
But it smells great. Like I use pine soap. Jess hates it. I have pine. I love the smell of pine.
Yeah.
We have pine candles.
But
I'm not all sappy like Griswold.
our fake tree is actually dead now. The top lights, we've salvaged them, and we actually have bought some extra lights to put on the top. But it definitely is not working. It is the last year.
A little impish.
How hell do you get rid of a fake Christmas tree? It's like I feel horrible like throwing it away. That feels like
You know, my parents had like a 13-footer.
Oof.
And apparently they told us all they were throwing it away. I would have taken it for the store. They chucked it after years because it was so big to store.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh
massive.
my God, it was huge.
And it actually saddened me this year to see the giant tree that they'd cut down to put in the, Rockefeller Square. It's like this giant, magnificent tree has been slaughtered. I'm not like a tree hugger or anything, but that just really,
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty wasteful.
yeah, it just really kind of like, oof.
But then at the same time, what it takes to build a fake tree, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, how much oil is in a fake Christmas tree? All that plastic.
What's the carbon footprint of?
They probably balance out. You cut down a tree, so you're taking away from the
know.
carbon footprint, but
You do have
I don't know.
specific tree lots.
Okay, friends, let's
But
move
there
on
is-
to the next
There
one.
is something cool about a tree lot.
thank you, Jess.
Okay.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I feel like there's always a man in flannel, like,
Okay.
in a burn barrel. and
Our
it
first 2
smells
years,
so good.
Jess wouldn't let us have a Christmas tree. I'll tell you that. So going back to number 2, I live with a Grinch.
Candy cane sandwich or Pop Tarts on your spaghetti.
Pop Tarts on my spaghetti. 100%.
Would you? Now I have a qualifying question. Would the spaghetti actually have like a meat sauce or like a tomato sauce on it?
No.
Okay.
Syrup.
Just Pop Tarts and spaghetti.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to go candy cane sandwich because no candy cane sandwich. If you think about
That's
it,
disgusting.
you've got a lot of leeway there. You could actually take the candy cane, some white bread, put a little bit of chocolate syrup down, crumble up some candy canes, put it on there. That actually sounds really good. I might try that later.
Well, I love spaghetti and Pop-Tarts.
Together?
Why
Have
not?
you ever done that? Would you do it?
I'll do it this week.
Would you?
I'll do it for the gram.
Do it for the gram.
Watch
Do it for
me.
the gram. Okay. I'll give you a free t-shirt.
I'm going to do spaghetti-flavored Pop-Tarts.
Give you some stickers.
I'll hold my sign out there.
I was actually just looking through our old tracks. Do you know that the Steal Your Face was like episode 7, the cover photo?
Yeah, I did that pretty early.
Yeah, that was really early, and I would love to find that graphic again and actually get some
I have the
t-shirts
graphic.
made.
I
You
just
keep,
didn't color it in.
can you color
Philip has
in?
it. Someone has it.
Somebody needs to get that to me.
Ted has it. Someone has it.
Maybe Ted has it. You're right.
Actually, I think I found my external that it's on.
Okay. Well, if you can find it, I'd love to have some t-shirts made with that on it. We've gone over due to Joey's rambling, so it's about time to
We
shut
have
it
to
down.
do 200 minutes tonight. We just started.
We've just begun. We've only just begun. Thanks to everybody for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt. If you enjoy the podcast and Blake's whining, then maybe consider joining our Patreon family. If we get enough Patreon family money, we're actually going to hire a dog sitter.
Oh, thank
Will come
God.
in and
He only does this
play
when
with-
you come over. That's why you get so excited when he sees you.
he just loves me. He knows he's getting extra food.
He was so tired before this.
How can people get in touch with us, Joey?
Well, we're on Instagram at Mid-Atlantic GTD, and our website's at graveltraveldirt.com.
Recorded this week once again from right here in Blake's kitchen. Chris was telling me that he's trying to get Alex to take a day off early from work and come down and do like a live recording with us.
What?
Yeah, I was like, that would be so cool. Thanks everybody for riding along. Till next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
We
Bye.
should do it at a Waffle House.
That would be
No.
awesome. IHOP.
No.
Or IHOP.
No, IHOB.
No. No. Wawa.